I'm hungry. Let's go eat, huh? Do you know any good Ha restaurants? I've never eaten the Ha before.
The ha is what you get when you walk into a place you're not welcome to. Because when you get the ha, you get the door.
Oh, yeah. We don't serve Ha here. Try going across the street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome, everyone, to the Toku Miscellaneous podcast. Are you having a good morning? Did you have a good night's sleep? No nightmares about getting food poisoning? Good.
Or
Because,
show calculations.
yes, or, or any black unicorns out in space, in the atmosphere, tracing away through the constellations. Yeah. Nope. All right. I'm Mike. That's Steve. And what are we doing this morning? We're discussing Spider. In Tojima Tanzaboro Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, Episode 6. Order some snacks. And yeah. Definitely a comic relief episode.
I'm gonna see about getting my hands on some scans or something of the show or of the manga because I don't want to say the problem is pacing. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
But so far we've gotten it good. I just at this point I'm like, okay, so what was this episode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like these past 3 episodes, you could kind of cut them into 2 episodes if you really tried. Kind of like how in what was it called? Like how in Fudo PI, it's like they basically made every case 3 episodes instead of 2 episodes, like in the original TV show. So it's like,
well, they had
they
had to stretch it out. Honestly, other than that, it would have just been 10 episodes, wouldn't
it? 8.
Yeah, because Fudo PI wasn't that long.
Yeah, there are a lot more chapters of the manga that they didn't adapt. And I think they even skipped one so that they could later use it for an animated film.
Who knows what Fudo PI? I mean, it's a great idea. It is an amazing idea to do it, but
yeah,
I'm not the ones who are trying to make it a thing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I really need to look into this. I'm wondering, okay, so what happens after all this?
Yeah, no, I really wish that Tojima Tanzaboro had like an actual, I wish it had an actual, US release. So that we could actually read ahead a little bit and actually enjoy it. Like, there was a US release of the Kamen Rider Omnibus, which is why, like, I was able to be like all spoiler on Hideki Anno, but
I mean, it's not so much spoilers. It's again it's the old debate of, well, I'm interested, I'm invested, so I want to know. And then you tell someone, well, there is the book, there is the manga out there that it's like, if you want to say by story wise, like One Piece being the prime example, that is about a year ahead than the actual anime. So if you want to know what happens, go read that. Go, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same feeling here. I'm like, okay, I get it, I know, but I'm like, so what happens next? What? So is Shocker actually real? Why is it real? How is it real? You're telling me that the TV show actually what? You're telling me that maybe Ishinomori Sensei saw Shocker one day and just decided to out them by creating this comic book character and also having a TV show adapted?
That would be hilarious.
Or,
Although it's amazing that he lived as long as he did, despite that, because, dead men tell no tales.
Well, Ishinomori was how old when he passed away? That he was like.
He was born in like the 40s.
Let me take a look. Where's my? I mean, I do recall, like, I did look up on it, and it's like, well, I don't know. I didn't think it was too old, but oh no. There we go. 98. He was born in 38 and died in 98.
So I thought he died in 97, huh?
98.
So he lived exactly 60 years.
60 years.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, so about 60 years. And that's actually, I mean, again, like now I'm like, okay, that's still too young. That's still too early.
Yeah, maybe when he was born, that was still a decent amount of time to live, but yeah, present day medicine, it's like this is actually a very short lifespan.
Yeah, Shotaro definitely. I mean, he probably would have lived maybe another 20 more years, if naturally. But yeah, because if there was one thing that I want to know is like, okay, so where does the continuity actually begin in Tanzaboro? Like, what is actually the deal? And also, like, okay, it's 2025. That's where I'm saying the story takes place, because we really haven't gotten a year, and we do see smartphones.
So to a lesser degree.
It's definitely not the early 2000s, or even the mid, or even the aughts. No.
It might be like 2007-ish, because like I know iPhone 3GS came out in 2010, because I know that's the year I got my first iPhone. And I mean, I use Samsung now, but the point is.
But no, the fact that Ruriko and Tanzaburo, along with Yukari, is like they have like actual phones that are like today's phones, because we do see them use them as people would. It's like, yeah, no, I say, yeah, it's present day 2025. So I'm like, okay, my question is, so for almost 50, 60 years, Toei and TV Asahi have been like have been doing Kamen Rider shows, have been making them, and as of right now, the most recently aired one is Zets. But for years they have been showing the Shockers, the Shocker combatants, the Kaijin, and also raking on them because, like, oh, you're the bad guys, you're the losers.
Yeah.
So and they haven't retaliated against the slander of Shocker.
I mean, it's like this. It's like you remember that episode of Rick and Morty when they were having those flashbacks because of those brain parasites? It's like they try to call that one Nazi dude a Nazi. It's like you think calling us Nazis is an insult? We already are Nazis. We're not insulted by it. It's like you think we are.
Oh yeah. Again, trying to.
But what would make most sense about what you're getting at is the fact that they're a secret Nazi organization. It's like why this guy is exposing our existence, not the fact that he's calling us Nazis.
Well, yeah, no, that's the thing. I'm like, you're exposing the existence of Shocker, but then again, it's like, well, now thinking about it, I'm like, no, let them. They think it's just a TV show.
Yeah,
children speak of this.
Oh yeah, it's like Sting. Like when he wears a Sting mask, it's like, oh, he got attacked by a guy in a Sting mask, and it's Sting.
And it's
Sting in a Sting mask.
So, I mean, that's my whole thing, because I'm like, yeah, everyone knows who Shocker is, but no one believes it's a real thing. Even in this episode, it's like they think they're like recording a TV show.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, did you not see all the people die around them? I guess not. Japan is just oblivious at times.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is that I remember when I first moved to where I live now, like literally the same weekend, I went to a production of Jesus Christ Superstar by Andrew Lloyd Webber. And the actor who played Jesus, incidentally, the actor's name is in fact Yeshua, which is the Hebrew name of Jesus, and he actually came from Nazareth. And the crazy part is the actress who played Mary Magdalene in the play, the actress's name actually was Mary, and they were married. Like, what are the odds that a guy from Nazareth named Yeshua and a woman named Mary, both of whom who look like Yeshua and Mary, ended up getting married, and they both would perform Yeshua and Mary in Jesus Christ Superstar. And I'm thinking to myself, if he was the Messiah, and he did have his second coming, but he didn't want anyone to know that he came back, what perfect disguise would there be other than just playing Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar right under your nose? No one would know. No one's gonna know.
No.
So like the best way for Shocker to keep their identity secret is to have a fictional version of Shocker on a TV show.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of like, wow. To a T, they literally called you guys out on the TV show.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty maybe. Yeah, I think that. I mean, to me, I was like, well, I don't think they would do anything to them. It's just like, yeah, well, but I mean, the inept ways that you guys went about in the original show run.
Oh yeah. It's a good, that part might be slander.
Yeah, that part's kind of slander, but I don't know.
Unless they're like, they're going to underestimate us because they think that we are completely grossly incompetent on the TV show. So once they find us in real life, they'll be unpleasantly surprised that we are actually quite competent. We are real life Ubermenschen. We're going to just conquer the entire planet.
Yeah. Well, let's pick up where we last left off.
So Spider-Man revealed himself. Ew, put him back on. Ew.
Yeah, he totally did. He totally revealed himself. He is standing in the park as he was born.
I'm here to tell you right now.
All right, wrong one.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
And it is quite a sight. It is
Mhm.
quite a sight. I mean, imagine any situation. Okay, any situation. Imagine like a character from a show, a game, or anything that you have fought, simple, easy boss, and it has manifested itself into reality that it is in front of you
Mhm.
as you would normally see it in media. Not a costume, not some cosplay. It is a living, breathing manifestation of a boss, a monster, or whatever you would find in a TV show, video games, or whatever. It's standing right in front of you. Take your pick.
Yeah, what's interesting is that what you don't see in the TV show or the 2005 film or the 2023 film is Spider-Man's big. Like he's towering.
I mean, the renditions that they've given him throughout the years, obviously, I want to say that the Spider Og and Shin was honestly the most. Well, it was obviously like since the Kamen Rider is a Kamen Rider, I always kind of question. I'm like, so wait, why is it that he looks that way, but everyone else looks like
Different.
yeah, so different, like a mutation? That's, I guess, even Ano asked that question because they look more like beast like than the Kamen Rider. Obviously, we know that the mask, that's who Takashi Hongo is now.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he is. The disguise is him reverting back to Takashi Hongo.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, so that looks more like a soldier's uniform with the helmet and everything. So there is the delusion that it's just a suit. It's like an armor or something, while everyone else is to the molecular level.
Yeah. At least in the 2005 film, it made it look like they're all like augmented from the inside, but like they're putting masks on because like the way because like the way Ichigo transforms in the 2005 film, it's like he does like the Rider Man thing, but then like he puts like the mouthpiece on. It's like.
Yeah.
But then so does Spider-Man. He puts the thing on and then.
Yeah, but that helmet they gave him, I'm like, yeah. How do you walk through doors with that thing?
Mm-hmm.
With those damn antenna like legs sticking up out to here? I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, he was very spider-like. He really was.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Spider Og and Shin, but again, they made all the kaijin look like just like the Rider. They were mutated, but it was armor that they were wearing. Except for the Bat Og, which that was actually molecular, like all the way down. I couldn't imagine them having someone.
Yeah, he was the gross ass mother.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Like what's it called? The Predators. Like, you are one ugly.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine them giving him like what they did to the other augmentations, like giving a helmet and whatnot. Because I'm like, yeah, I think you might get a lawsuit or a cease and desist from somebody over here in the States. Yeah, he just has a bat cowl.
Yep.
Yeah, that could cause a little disturbance there. But yeah, here he is a full, again, as he was in the show, a full on beast man. Granted that back in the 70s, there wasn't a movable mouth in the costume, so seeing him open his mouth and having a snarling gall type of reaction. I'm like, no, that works. That works.
Mm-hmm.
But you can imagine that everyone is just hitting a brick right now, either by sheer terror or by sheer excitement. I'll let you take a guess who is who. And the ratio is 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
guys, I think it's time to run. I think it's time to get the fuck out of there. You guys are not enhanced, mutated cyborg people. You guys are not blessed with interdimensional gear that makes you transform from a mirror or from magic, or even by the power of space and switches, or even a damn fruit, for crying out loud. There is no way you guys are going to survive this.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only person that maybe could do something, and it won't be a lot, is going to be our precious little shocker girl over here. But she even knows, yeah, I'm fucked. But I have to save my man. He just proposed to me. Yeah. He totally did. Totally did. She throws herself at the spider and tells everyone to run. But again, this guy is a big hulking mass that he just throws her back, knocking all 5 of them down like a spare at a bowling alley.
Damn.
I'm like, yeah, no, this is not. I get it. I understand. Especially I'm like, this is the thing about. I use this because it is so proper. It's so proper. We all remember that scene in Spider-Man 2 where Doc Ock was on the subway, and he totally, absolutely owns Spider-Man. He totally kicked his ass, and Spidey's not in the train without a mask. And then then Doc Octavius shows up and he demands that he wants that filthy, filthy Spider-Man. And all these people on the train kind of
you get in the way to
get in the way, yeah. And I'm like,
you want to get to Spider-Man, you'd go through us.
You know what?
Okay.
I understand the sentiment. I understand what it is that you're trying to do. I get it. Why would you say that to the man with the mechanical arms that could literally push a car out of the way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did you say I had to go through, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
No. I was just like, I laugh every time I see that scene. I'm like, I get it. I know I should not laugh, but that's hilarious. What are you guys gonna do? What are you? And whenever I see someone use that clip, I'm like, they only ever use that part where they stand up to him and then they stop. They cut it. I'm like, no, show the clip. Show the clip.
Show the clip.
Show the clip. Don't. No. Don't give me that. Oh yeah, we're gonna. No. Show the clip. Because even Spidey gets up and then he gets knocked out. He gets punched and then gets concussed and then gets kidnapped. I'm like, yeah, you're a hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
This is what happens here. Because obviously, Yukari is trying to save her man. Her man is trying to save her. Dumb big brother is trying to save him. And then Ruriko shows up, and I'm like,
to prove her point.
What are you guys gonna do?
And Tanzabar and Tojima's just like, oh my god, it's the real Spider-Man! I'm so excited.
I'm like, okay, you guys are literally being lambs sent to slaughter. Okay, I know Christmas is just around the corner, but this is a bit too much. But our man Tanzaburo, bless his heart, he reminds us of episode 13 of the original Kamen
Yes,
Rider.
that one episode where
That one episode that literally goes nowhere into episode 14.
where he's not in the show anymore.
Yeah. So it is true. Episode 13 in the original Kamen Rider was all the kaijin that he had battled from episode 1 up to now had all reappeared again. I don't know how. We saw them die. We saw them turn into foam. So maybe these are just extras who said they just had the one. And again, 13 on 1. The Kamen Rider rides in on his motorcycle. He's battling every single one. He starts saying that the Kamen Rider went in by himself. He had nobody. The odds were against him. Yeah, they were, because it's not 1-on-1. It's like 10-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
So damn, odds are not in his favor. He still won. He still destroyed all of them, and because again, the Kamen Rider never gives up. Even when even when death is presented to him, he never gives up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And delivers a punch to the spider. Literally punches him square in the chest, which knocks him back on his ass.
Yeah.
Well, I knew you were strong, Tanzaburo, but I had no idea you were that strong. Because even the spider himself is like, what was that? A human actually knocked me down? I know, yeah. I'm surprised.
Yeah, like you talked a big game.
I'm surprised. I really am. I'm like, wait a minute, you actually knocked him down. Or the enhanced humanoid pixie over here couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But then we see a bunch of passerbys kind of wondering, are they like filming a TV show or something over there? And it's like, yeah, good on you, Spider-Man. Good on you. It's like, yeah, we can't let our existence be known here.
Oh yeah.
What a drag. And
so what ends up happening is what's it called?
He kills them all. He makes them into foam.
Yeah, which kind of makes your existence more recognizable. Well, yet somehow it worked. It's like, oh, probably nothing happened. And they just keep walking. It's like, guys, you literally just saw a giant spider turn a bunch of like face down bodies turn to foam, crawl off it onto a lamppost, and jump away.
Again, Japan is a country I'm like, they really don't like to rock the boat, so either or they're just like, oh yeah, what, like oblivious is too kind of a word at times, because even in any Kamen Rider series, it's like, did you not see the 3 bags flying in Tokyo chasing after a kid? Did you not see the monster in the reflection fighting another monster? Do you not see the zipper that's coming through the dimensions and these things are popping? No, you don't see that? Yeah. Oh, it's just a TV show. Oh, okay. It is, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. And all we have to say about that near-death experience is that was awesome. Tanzaburo, I think you need a hobby. I think you really need a hobby. But again, cue the opening credits. And now we get to the actual meat of this episode, which whether you like it or not, it is the episode. The most exciting part of it is already like past.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still one more scene that is of some interest, but that's all the way in the last 2 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just skim over like the like all through that part. So we go to like what is not Snack Amigo from Kamen Rider, and it's actually some inn, and it's like party of 5, and then some little redheaded lady's like, that is a terrible sitcom. Who said that? It was
Her name.
as it turns out, it's their sister. Apparently, there's a third sibling.
What? Okay. This is where I was like, okay, hold on. So we know what happened to your grandparents. We know that. Where was she?
Yeah, that's a good question because she's never in the flashbacks.
I'm like, okay, so you're telling me, okay, and again, it makes it seem like you guys like were raised by your grandparents, I guess. Because again, you guys were going to school and you know, like this and that, and I'm like, okay, and living there, and then all that happened. I'm like, but wait, you have a sister. I get, if I remember right, they do say the order. She's the younger sister. She's the baby of the family. But by
somehow she's the most mature one of the group.
Yeah, by the looks of her, I'm like, that's the baby? That like wow, it looks like she's had again, not you know how like someone is like just they're not of the nonsense. You know? They're just like, no, they're a very straightforward person, you know. We get it. But she is just like really, really like not of the bullshit. But being related to these two, I can kind of understand why, especially the older sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, well, those two really don't get along. It's a long story. I'm like, don't you start, Mitsuba. Don't you start, because we ain't got much time here. Yeah, well, yeah, she just puts them in the back, obviously, and they're all having a beer, which it is a thing that is brought up. I'm like, should superheroes drink?
Not while in costume, I guess.
Well,
also just in general, the timing of this episode airing on TV is just, it's unintentional, probably, but like because like it probably showed up in a panel of the manga, so they had to adapt it. They probably animated the episode weeks ahead of time and voiced over it, but like. The time. It's like,
well, the thing is that the men are obviously drinking beer. The girls are just drinking tea because it actually is shown that Tanzaburo, Mitsuba, and our wannabe V3 are actually slinging back the beers, but the girls are like drinking cola or tea, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like beer. Like, even when I did consume alcohol, I never really liked beer.
I'm very picky with my beers, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like like if I'm like at a special event, so like, and it's like one of those things that like kind of requires everyone to have a drink. It's like that's like, okay, I guess I'll get a bottle of Belgian white, I suppose. But honestly, it's like. Beer's not my thing, it's like, but yeah, no, it's like there are other liqueurs that are much better tasting, in my opinion. But I don't, like I haven't had alcohol since March of 2020, so it's like it's whatever, But but with that in mind, it's like the timing of this. It's crazy, man. It's like the most the most you know why the second Crow movie is probably the one I've watched the least of the original four. It's because this movie's the last movie that Tui Trang was in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably unintentional. Maybe like she decided to like stop acting for a minute. Maybe she kept acting, but just like could not find another role since then. But the fact that this was the last movie she was in, it's kind of difficult to like stomach the way what happened to her character in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of tough, you know. Oh, apparently there's a video of Soul King participating in Price is Right. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Not relevant, but still, yeah.
Yeah, I did hear about that. But yeah, I will say, other than just recapping the fact that Mitsuba and Yukari are now gonna get hitched, or are they hitched?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the question. Like they're talking about is if they're already married. Who's officiated here? I don't know. But yeah, so the younger sister is named Futaba, and she gets into this and then realizes like, wait, what? Yeah, your other brother's getting married. I know, honey. I don't get it either. I don't understand it myself. But yeah, well, obviously we get this whole confession, the whole thing about how Mitsuba and Yukari kind of met and how they started dating, unofficially dating. I'm like, okay, how come it can't be that simple in real life? Dating is just so difficult nowadays. I feel for everyone. I do.
Yeah.
But also, you gotta love a woman or you gotta love a man that actually accepts you for who you are, flaws and all, and even your obsession with Japanese superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Like hearing someone go on and on and on, it's like, no, that could be either admirable or that could be just annoying to some people. It's sweet, it's kind, but I'm like, all right. Although, let us just hear it out. As always with family gatherings, it can go either or, Whereas this is supposed to be a happy place, but little sister is not like a chill person, especially when it comes down to Big Brother. She's actually happy for Mitsuba and Yukari.
Not so much for the older
for this jackass over here. I'm like, there's a history here, isn't there? Like, yeah, there is. So I'm like, you don't even give him a chance to transform. God damn it, no.
Yeah.
She doesn't live by the code of kabuki theater of letting you do your thing and then say your name,
Yeah.
Because she actually, I think she nearly killed him in this episode. He was losing a lot of blood and almost blacked out. I'm like, wait, hold on. This is the little sister, right? This is again. I'm confirming here. This is the baby, right? Yeah. So why is she so much stronger, and why is she again?
Well, remember, when it came to the Armstrong family, the baby sister was the strongest of the three.
Well, I asked the question. I'm like, so where is this anger? I know that so and so here is kind of stupid. I know that. I mean, look at what he made happen just now. You know, you forced your brother to get married. You kind of caused a weeb fight out in the park, which made them summon a bunch of shocker grunts. Everything that happened tonight was your fault. But the fact that Tanzaburo, he's not mad, neither is Yukari or oh god, why did I forget her name? Anyway, everyone in this group is not mad at you, which they should rightfully be mad at you. But your sister, on the other hand, who just barely showed up, even looking at you, is completely demolishing you.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you do? What did you do? Hold on, we have a flashback coming up.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I guess this has just been his thing ever since he was a kid. I don't know if this is before or after the events of what happened.
Yeah, with the tomato guy and his grandparents.
So, he has always been yelling to the heavens and doing the poses and calling himself B3 ever since he was a child. And that has scared off friends and potential suitors, love interests, and over and all, just like any human interaction with his sister.
Never apologize for your passions. Just don't be a jerk about it.
It's one thing. Oh, see, this is I guess what a lot of people, I say this is possibly the thing that I say is the problem with fandoms is just it's not the fandom, it's the people in the fandom.
Yeah.
That either make or break someone's experience. We all have experienced that. You know. In anime, believe you me, they've talked about Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, like anything that's popular. But you always hear people talk about how, like, no, fuck those people who enjoy that. They're all a bunch of, like, I'm like, whoa, like, what do you mean? Like, I'm a fan. Yeah, but you're one of the cool ones. Like, everyone else is like
whoa. Hold it right there. I resent the concept of you're one of the good ones because real talk, I'm no better than any other person of such and such fandom.
I know, again,
Mike, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I didn't mean it as an insult. Why did it feel like one? Spike, you know what I'm talking about. I think it's time you left.
I remember someone saying that, and I was like, but you're one of the cool ones. Oh my guy, let me just say this to you right now, and maybe you won't get it or you don't understand it. There is, and I've lived by this rule ever since I've gotten into this type of stuff. There is no such thing as a cool kid at these events.
Yeah.
No such thing. Everyone here is a dork, a geek, a spaz, a weeb, a dweeb. Everyone here is like, what are you here for? You're here to talk about some shows and buy plastic figurines and Marion of and various other items from a country that is literally 12 to 13 hours away by plane. And eat various types of Japanese candy sodas and instant noodles. So where's the cool kid? Oh, you're talking about the ones that who look good in the costumes? They're still dorks. They still are. I don't care who it is. They, I said this. I'm like, let's take so and so from this area, and then let's put them in the middle of the city where it's not a convention. Let them walk around and see what reactions they get.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you guys are drooling, you're clapping, you're enjoying it. But if you were by yourself in the middle of a public venue, in wearing what you're wearing, what would the reaction be? It wouldn't be cheering, it wouldn't be clapping. You would be getting looked at and just like, what are they wearing? I don't know. That's so weird. That's yeah. But I thought I was cool. No. In this little circle, you're safe. But outside in the real world, you might get some positive attention, but no. So yeah, apparently because of his obsessive fandom of the Kamen Rider, it scared away friends, it scared away boyfriends, it scared away girlfriends, platonic. And yeah, she's kind of bitter about that. Not Mitsuba. Mitsuba hasn't done anything to her. But she is just a salty Sandra because this dork over here wouldn't shut up about being V3 anytime someone came by. You know what? I do feel for her. I do feel for her at times. I do feel for her. I do. We have all been through. We've all had those experiences. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should stop with the Kamen Riders. Maybe I should stop with the Sentais just because how certain people act. You know. But then again, I'm like, no, I'm in too deep.
Yeah, and you're trying to keep your head from going under.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna talk to these people, pretty much.
Yeah, you know, it's really weird how, like, I used to be the person who other Toku fans would avoid talking to.
No.
Now I'm the one doing the avoiding. I'm just kidding about that last part, but no, for real though, it's like, because here's the thing, it's like, up until 2014, Morphicon, my passion was unbridled and out of control, but keep in mind what my situation is, because through K through 12, I'm like pretty much the only person in my social circle who kept watching tokusatsu. Anyone else in my friend group like either dropped off or was closeted about it, and the closeted ones I especially resent for because they're closeted.
Yeah, they want girlfriends.
Yeah, at fourth grade. At fourth grade, though. Fourth grade. No, but look, I was still passionate. Look, like in 10th grade, I was already like really deep into Kamen Rider, but I had multiple girlfriends. In one particular case, I had 3 at the same time because we had a mutually consenting polyamorous relationship that I'm not going to get into. And boy, do I resent having to deal with that because, like, let's be honest, it's like when you're wired to be monogamous, polyamory is not an option. But the point is, it's like, no, it's like the passion doesn't keep you from being from having a normal social life. But the problem is that the social life basically has to be separate from the passion, which sucks. You know, it's like it kind of forces you to become closeted in a certain way that you don't want to be closeted. Like other people, they're deliberately closeted. It's like, yeah, I'm a fan of this thing, but no one must know about it. Me, it's like these other people, they just don't know this hobby. So like, it's hard. It's like any friends I've had in high school that were into Kamen Rider were only into Kamen Rider because I'm the one who introduced them to it. Like I didn't have any friends that were already into it beforehand, you know. Yeah, that's the tough thing. And then like Morphicon became a thing, so it's like I have this 3-day window to just release all that pent up passion, and then let it like build up from the bottom up for another 2 years before I could release it again for another. And again, because I didn't have regular friends who were into it, you don't have that safe outlet to release it. Like some of my other friends, they went out of state for college. Some of them joined the military. You basically have to start from scratch when it comes to making friends, and even more so when you make friends who are into tokusatsu. But yeah, no. But the thing is, it's like now it's not as difficult to have friends who are into the stuff you like, and now you have like more self-control over it. You have a safer outlet to release that passion during that 2-year period. But yeah, so it's now so now people don't see you as a freak as much, but you're still a freak at the end of the day. Let's be honest. You're a freak, you're a geek, you're Jason Segel, James Franco, and Seth Rogen all rolled into one. But but then it gets to a point where it's like at some point you're the least maladaptive one in a certain group. So it's like, how did this happen? I thought I was supposed to be the most maladaptive one. Now I'm the least. How'd that happen? But that's just part of growing up. Honestly, the true growing up is not abandoning your passions for like to act like a normal adult. It's when you're able to keep your passions and act like a normal adult at the same time. They don't have to conflict with each other. But the thing is, there is a learning curve on how to execute it.
See, that's the whole thing, is that when you're younger, obviously there's an excitement for it, but when you're younger, you have this I don't know what it is. I guess it's just a social stigma that you must give up on what you love, on what you like, just to conform to societal norms, of what someone your age should be interested in, which is a load of shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if that is the case, and I have said this before to many people, and it's like, think about it. I know, use your little brain and think about it. Because if that was actually true, okay, there would be no professional baseball.
Oh yeah,
there would be no professional football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like
there would be no sport. There would be nothing. There would be no
freaking Mike Daniels. Like, his inspiration for being a Green Bay Packer was the Raikage from Naruto. So much so he goes to conventions dressed up as Raikage.
I have noticed a lot more in terms of because of my line of work. Well, because we do events for all matters of football, boxing, MMA. And I'm like, as you know, obviously I'm paid to watch this crap. I'm like, and it's not that I don't like it. I've kind of gotten bored of it because again, we already know who's gonna win. The fact is, I'm like, when you see these guys and you see them, whatever it is, and then they do a pose in victory.
Oh yeah, there's always that one guy who's like this or like this.
Yeah, a football player did that,
or like this,
or you see a boxer or whomever, and you see the tattoos on their body. I'm like, is that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was that one track runner who had a blue eyes white dragon on him.
There was the guy that when he took his shirt off, he had the emblem of Whitebeard on his back.
Oh yeah,
with fire. I'm like, that's ace.
Yeah, like he's got that ASCE.
Yeah. I'm like, dork. But then again, he won. I was like, I thought you called him a dork. He is, but it doesn't mean he can't kick someone's ass.
3D2Y.
So the fact is that there's a proper level to carry yourself throughout life in terms if you are within these fandoms, obviously. But then there are some things that's like any type of proper manners or or social cues. Don't be freaking out your little sister's friends or anybody calling them Nazis. Don't be like, whatever. I will say, for the moment that this character was introduced, I'm like, I'm probably not gonna like him, just with how he is in terms of like how he presents himself. Because if Tanzaburo just idolizes the Kamen Rider and is a fan, all right. But when you actually go to the lengths of declaring you are so and so, and that's just your thing, and then making a scene like for everyone to see, it don't matter who, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not surprised that little sister actually hates his guts. She's actually happy for Mitsuba getting married. She was actually very like welcoming to everyone else except him. I'm like, yeah, there's always got to be a fucking dweeb in the family. Yeah. There always has to be that one that just, whether it be comics, games, sports. We've had that recently about, whether you think it's a bad or a good thing that the Dodgers won the World Series. When you see all those videos of people tearing their TVs or throwing their beers at TVs, I'm like, that's a dork. That's a dweeb. Like that is like, those are the fanatics that I don't associate. No. Yeah, I know. I get it. Wow. Okay. But I'm like, you're going to do property damage because they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, good luck with paying for that guy. Good luck with that shit. Those are the people I'm like, no, that's the extremists that you should not go with any fandom. I'm like, no, take your victories, take your losses, but with some grace. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like with the Blue Jays, they're like, oh, the Dodgers cheated, they bought out the wins. Like, guys, come on. And mind you, I'm pretty sure that if the Blue Jays won, there will be Dodgers fans who would be saying the same thing about the Blue Jays.
You know what? Either or, Los Angeles did burn. Regardless.
Yeah.
We as Californians, we know this. I'm like, doesn't matter who it is. Football, baseball, soccer, hockey, even soccer.
If anything, what really disappoints me is that because the World Series final game was happening during the Blue Oyster Cult concert I went to. By the way, fantastic band. The performance was phenomenal. But it's like half the audience, like, instead of like listening to the opening band, and mind you, the opening band had members of Poison, Ace Frehley, may rest in peace. It was basically a super group doing covers of like a lot of Poison, Kiss, Cars, and a bunch of other band songs. It was like they were doing a fantastic job. But what I'm seeing is like a bunch of phone screens, like, and people like trying to refresh the Google results of the game status of Game 7. It's like, I get it. Like you want to see the Dodgers win or the Blue Jays, but more likely the Dodgers. But come on, you're at a concert. Thankfully, the game got extended to the 11th inning, so we were able to watch the ending of the game during the intermission before the actual Blue Oyster Cult band would go up to perform. But the thing is, it's like, guys, I'm just trying to listen to some Poison and some Kiss. Guys, come on. You're at a concert. And then one of those guys had the goal to complain about a bunch of teenagers multiple rows down who's standing upright the whole time. It's like, sit the bleep down. I'm like, dude, it's a concert. People are going to be setting up. Now, does it suck that there's a very minimal height differential between rows? Yes, that does suck, because usually when the rows are a little bit more higher up, then it's not as big of a deal if people in front of you are standing up. But the thing is, it's like, you're watching the Dodgers game during the previous ban. Like, you're not really one to talk. And honestly, you being loud disrupts the musical experience more than me not being able to see the actual band members.
Yeah, no, fandoms can be fun and fandoms are great. It's just, again, how you go about it. Any fandom is what I say. And that's mainly the point of, of what happened in this episode with little sister and her big brother.
Yeah.
It's like,
but while we're celebrating elsewhere, some mafiosi and yakuyazi are having drinks of their own.
Yeah. For some reason, and they decide to get some entertainment, and I'm like, fight not to the death, but just here's some money, beat up on each other.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Yakuza guy from the first 3 episodes. Yes, if any of these 3 guys beat you up, the first one to do it will get 1 million yen. But if you manage to beat all 3 of them up, you get 1 million. It's like, oh, sweet. Me and me boys are going to be enjoying some Wagyu tonight. It's like, I'm going to get it first.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't see start. It's like, oh, okay, so we're doing like this. Well, I'm an ex-champion boxer.
Gone.
Yeah, I'm a super wrestler.
Yeah, gone. And it's like, see, guys, it's one thing about being a professional, whatever. When you're
street fight, it's another
street
thing.
Fighting, that's a different beast in and of itself. There are no rules, We get a punch to the face, we get the glasses thrown at, or like the distraction, and then the knockout, and then we get the quick kick to the family jewels. So but I'm like, all right. So he gets 1 million, and then the other guy decides, hey, I'll bump it up to 5. To 5, you say? Okay, so who's this guy that you're pulling? I'm like, it can't be. There's no way.
No way. Yeah,
there's no way.
It's him.
No way. No, it can't. It can't.
Why is the better question?
Yeah, what? I'm like, well, I understand, I guess, why, but I'm like, yeah.
It's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah. Kumamoto is his name he declares. So
yeah. Oh, look, Kumo. His name has Kumo in it. Well, what a shock! You know how crazy it is when the government name of villains are somehow tied to their superpowers.
Yeah. I want to know what. Well, it looks like we're gonna get a flashback to this guy's past.
Yeah, maybe we'll learn why he likes Shocker.
We already know. You just wanted the bad guys to win, but all right, we'll wait for next week.
Yeah, but maybe we'll find out why he wants the bad guys to win.
Yeah. But that is pretty much it for for that episode of Tanzaburo wants to be a Kamen Rider, order some snacks. It's a 6. It's a mellow. Like, the only action happens within the first 2 minutes.
7 for me.
Honestly, it's like, also, a little sister. Again, where was she? Okay.
Maybe she was still a baby at the time. Who knows?
I don't know. But again, congratulations to Mitsuba and Yukari that, and Yuka that they're
just take off that Nazi uniform, please.
Yeah, but whatever.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Let's look at the comments. So, is part of the Kamen Rider universe? I mean, it's more of a fan project that became like approved by like the IP holders. Someone made a manga called "I Got Isekai'd as Yamcha" from Dragon Ball Z. where a guy literally got hit by Truck-kun and woke up as Yamcha from Dragon Ball Z. And he's like, I need to change the fate of the Dragon Ball universe. And turns out the true villain of the story, well, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I'm just going to say the big plot twist is hilarious. and then there was like another one where it's like where Whole Horse teams up with Josuke Higashikata. That's a fan-made manga that Araki approved, and it has 3 volumes that you could purchase at Barnes and Noble.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah.
But,
I have all 3 volumes because
I mean, I guess Tanzaburo falls under the category of the unofficial Sentais, where whether you want to say that's canon or not, even though they have officially acknowledged them, it's like, yeah, this is kind of more just like a parody.
Yeah.
Until if they possibly do, keep your eyes open for any tons of Boros and any Kamen Rider shows in today or in the future if you see them.
Yep. Yeah.
Because they might.
I love how like it's one you have one of those a triple split screen videos of like how so and so would handle it, how so and so would handle it, how it's like boy, man, bodybuilder, and then the 4th one is like Tanzaburo. It's man, that was really funny. All right. I feel for the sister. I probably made my sister embarrassed by my passion for Toku.
At least you admitted it.
Yeah. But I won't apologize for that passion. Her friends shouldn't be judgmental.
Well, yeah. No, there is that. But again,
yeah.
I mean, would you want to be in an uncomfortable position? You know, especially like, again, it's one thing if he did it once or twice, but every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But again, it's like it's got to be rough because it's like the nerdy brothers' passions, as maladaptive as they could be, should not reflect on the siblings. But it's also understandable that the siblings would feel like it really does reflect onto them.
That's the one thing a friend of mine always said, like, even I think it is with society. When you just have a bad apple, in this case we don't, it's just a supposed bad apple. Mm-hmm. Everyone talks, everyone says, and it just reflects on the family.
Yeah.
And more so in Japan, as I've been to understand. But you know, this guy really needs to tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah. Don't stop loving Kamen Riders.
No. But tone it down just a bit.
But as Professor Oak would say, there's a time and place for everything.
It's not time to use that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, that's it for the comments, guys. If you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We discuss Tojima Tanzaburo wants to be a Kamen Rider. We discuss Ultraman Omega, Kamen Rider Black, Kamen Rider Zets, and well, tonight we will discuss number 1 Sentai Go Juger, and we'll see what happens in future weeks, considering certain unprecedented situations that happened recently. So, you know, here's hoping for the best. Check out our recent interviews that we uploaded from Pasadena Comic-Con. We got 2 Power Rangers from Lightspeed Rescue. We got Keith Robinson and Mike Chat, a.k.a. The Wizard. Both of them are up on YouTube. Tomorrow we will upload another interview from Pasadena Comic-Con. Check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we have a lot of interviews from that channel as well as several vlogs. We hope you guys had a really great time. Check out our personal content. We're both on Instagram. If you want to say hi to us in person, we'll be at the Pasadena Convention Center on January 25th for Pasadena Comic Con, and on August 28th through the 30th for Power Morphicon anniversary year for Mystic Force. We love you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We hope you have a wonderful Veterans Day weekend. To all of our service members, thank you for all of your service. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.